He is the former Pakistani Army chief, president and dictator. He is the man who planned and executed the attacks on Kargil in 1999 that cost 527 Indian and over 2,000 Pakistani lives. Now, after a former three-star general in Pakistan and top ISI official accused him of lying about his involvement in the Kargil operations, Pervez Musharraf is defiant. Listen in to his first television interview.
یہ فرمائیے کہ کارگل جنرل شاہد عزیز صاحب نے جو دعویٰ کیا کہ آپ اور سوائے 3-4 آپ کے ساتھی تھے، اس کے علاوہ کسی کو علم نہیں تھا، درست ہے یہ بات؟
یہ اگر کوئی سویلین یہ کہے تو آدمی اس کو مان بھی لے، لیکن ایک فوجی جب یہ کہتا ہے تو مجھے بڑی حیرانگی ہوتی ہے کہ ایک ایسا فوجی جو ڈی جی ایم او رہا ہو، سی ٹی ایس رہا ہو، اس کو یہ نہیں پتا کہ ملٹری کے پروسیجرز کیا ہوتے ہیں. یہ ایک لوکلائزڈ افیئر تھا، لوکلائزڈ ایکشن. لوکلائز جب میں کہتا ہوں کہ F10 کور جو ہے ہمارا، جو کشمیر اور ناردرن ایریا کو دیکھتا ہے، اس کا ایک ڈویژن ہے FCNA. FCNA جو سیاچن اور کیل تک ایریا دیکھتا ہے، اس کے ایک سیکٹر میں ایک ایکٹیویٹی ہوئی ہے. ظاہر اس کا ڈویژن کمانڈر یعنی جو میجر جنرل ادھر، اس کا باس یعنی 10 کور کمانڈر جو پنڈی میں بیٹھتا ہے، اور اس کے اوپر سی جی ایس اور ڈی جی ایم او، اور اس کے اوپر آرمی چیف ہوتا ہے. ان لوگوں کو پتا ہونا چاہیے اور ان کو سارا پتا ہوگا. ظاہر ہے یہ ہو ہی نہیں سکتا کہ فوج میں کوئی کارروائی کوئی چھوٹے سے چھوٹے لیول کی لائن آف کنٹرول پہ ہو رہی ہو اور ایم او ڈائریکٹر کو نہ پتا ہو، ڈی جی ایم او کو نہ پتا ہو، کیونکہ وہی ساری کاؤنٹر ایکشن، ساری انالیسس، ساری اس کے کاؤنٹر میجر سارے ادھر ہی سے ہوتے ہیں.
کیا اس وقت کے منتخب وزیر اعظم کو یہ بتایا گیا تھا؟ جنرل پرویز مشرف صاحب، وزیر اعظم کی منظوری لی گئی تھی اس آپریشن کے لیے؟
کس کی منظوری؟
وزیر اعظم اس وقت کے جو الیکٹڈ پرائم منسٹر نواز شریف صاحب تھے، ان کی منظوری لی گئی تھی؟
دیکھیں، وزیر اعظم چھوڑیں، آرمی چیف جب بھی لائن آف کنٹرول پہ ادھر کی ایکٹیو لائن آف کنٹرول تھی، روزانہ فائرنگ ہو رہی ہوتی تھی، روزانہ ادھر سیاچن میں ایکشن ہو رہے ہوتے تھے. یہ چل رہے تھے، برسوں سے چل رہے تھے یہی ایکشن. تو ان کی کوئی پرمیشن انیشل سٹیجز میں اگر کوئی لائن آف کنٹرول کے اوپر موومنٹ کرنی ہے، لائن آف کنٹرول کو آکیپائی کرنا ہے، اسٹرینتھن کرنا ہے، کہیں سے ٹروپس ودرا کر کے دوسری جگہ لے کر جانے ہیں، کوئی پرمیشن اکارڈنگ ٹو امپورٹنس اس کی پرمیشن لی جاتی ہے. ایسے نہیں کہ ہر چیز کی پرائم منسٹر کے پاس جا کر تو نہیں، ہر چیز کی تو آرمی چیف سے بھی پرمیشن لی جاتی ہے، نہیں لی جاتی ہے. لوکلائزڈ افیئر ہے تو
Well, despite the allegations against him, it seems that Pervez Musharraf is staying as adamant as ever. Let me get a perspective from Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad, who is with us on the phone line. General Prasad, what do you make of Musharraf's defiance? Isn't it rather odd that the Prime Minister at that time was not even informed of this unwarranted aggression on part of Pakistan?
Well, it is very interesting. If you recall, General Pervez Musharraf, that time the army chief, obviously was a very powerful chief. And somewhere deep down him, he had the ambitions of taking over the reins of the country. Therefore, he was a very aggressive person. He ran the matter on his own ways. And when Nawaz Sharif perhaps discovered that General Musharraf was going beyond his expected norms of duty, and therefore wanted to remove him or arrest him or whatever, he launched the coup and took over the reins of the country. So this is exactly what Musharraf's personality is all about. And he's saying that Nawaz Sharif was never wanted to be or required to be informed is what he thought, which is what he did. And the Prime Minister of Pakistan didn't even know that he was planning such a massive operation as the Kargil operation. However, there are a couple of other things which he has said in his interview, which I need to respond to. At first, he says that routine activity on the line of control, you don't have to go back to the Prime Minister to take permission, which I think is correct. If there is a localized unit-to-unit level activity that is taking place on the line of control, it has to be responded to in real terms time. And therefore, there is no need and no requirement or no possibility to take permission of the Prime Minister or for that matter even the Army Chief. The local Army commanders, the local corps commanders, divisional commanders, brigade commanders are competent enough to give authority to respond in the graduated manner that the situation demands.
All right, General Prasad, thank you very much for talking to Headlines today. We also earlier spoke with strategic affairs expert Susant Sareen. Listen into what he had to tell us.
He is, I think, the only man in the world who considers it a success. And I think it doesn't say very highly about the Pakistan Army that a man as incompetent as him rose up to be, to the level of a general of the Pakistan Army. But having said that, frankly, Musharraf, like all deposed dictators, is, his status is no different from that of a used toilet paper. And he's trying to, be used again, which, nobody uses a used toilet paper ever again.
Right. Let me, in fact, now go across to Hamid Gul, former ISI chief, General Hamid Gul, who joins us on the phone line. General Gul, what do you make of Musharraf's statements now? Did he carry out this kind of a military operation without the knowledge of the ISI?
Indeed, he did. It's strange. ISI was kept out of it because he thought that DG ISI at that time, Zauddin, was very close to Nawaz Sharif. So he thought that political leadership should be kept out. So it's a tragic thing that he did. But unfortunately, he is favorite of India. He's been favorite of India because he can pull rabbits out of that and get out-of-box solutions for Kashmir. So he was a person, Pakistan. Basically, he created such problems which are still lingering on, and it's going to vitiate the life of Pakistani nation for a long time.
Right, but General Gul, how did he manage to carry out such a military operation, which ended up being a limited conflict with India, 1999, without the knowledge of the Prime Minister at that time?
I think this needs to be actually sorted out through a national commission on the subject. Kargil is a very important turning point in our history. It has caused a setback to the Kashmir cause, and it has created bad blood between the military and the political leadership, and there is a bit of suspicion. So I think it needs to be sorted out. Now, I cannot comment on that, whether Nawaz Sharif knew and how much he knew, and whether it was very early during the operation, which is normal patrolling. That is what they are saying now, that it was a normal patrolling to dominate the ground. And to that extent, Zauddin, the DGI side that time, has accepted that. But he didn't know that they had crossed the line of control and they gone inside what is the Indian occupied Kashmir.
What's your take on what the various revelations are coming out of the Pakistani top military brass, that this was a serious misadventure as far as Musharraf is concerned? It was a huge defeat for Pakistan with over 2,000 military personnel being killed. But Musharraf himself maintains that it was his biggest military success. What do you have to say to that?
No. Every military operation must have a political objective, aim and objective. What was his political objective? He has not been able to clearly define. And the other thing is that he didn't inform the Air Force or the Navy. And 2,000 not the casualty, that's the wrong figure. I think it's around 350. So, but our boys who have been killed in it, and for no avail, it's absolutely criminal. And I have been the instructor of Pervez Musharraf in Staff College, and I have been his commander. When I was commanding the corps, he was one of the new commanders. And I strongly object, and I've been saying that he should also be court-martialed for this.
All right, General Hamid Gul, thank you very much for talking to Headlines today. Let me also go across to Lieutenant General Raj Kadyan, who is with us on the phone line. Lieutenant General, India's stance all this while is, of course, validated and vindicated with these revelations which have come from the Pakistan military top brass. What do you make of Musharraf's adamant stance now?
General Musharraf has been telling one lie after the other. I mean, he no longer can cover his tracks. Why these certain revelations are coming out of Pakistan retired officers is perhaps another line of investigation that needs to be found out. It is possible that they are now fearing that he will come back. And maybe there is a larger hand in trying to prevent him from coming back, to trying to convert the Pakistani public opinion, turn the public opinion against him. But that having been said, the operation, I mean, Musharraf planned an operation, that is fine. Generals are meant to plan operation. but it was a disaster both politically and militarily. For him to say militarily it was a success, I think it is shooting in the air. They wanted to block our line of supplies, the road lines from Srinagar to Leh, so that our people in Siachen could be choked out. That failed. Politically, the Prime Minister had to rush to America. That also comes out that it was on the instigation of Musharraf that he did so. Now, Musharraf is denying it, that Prime Minister didn't consult him. But the people are saying that it is he who said my soldiers are trapped. The only way they can come out is by getting a ceasefire and giving them a safe passage, which India agreed in the larger interest of the region. So what Musharraf says has no longer any credibility. He has been telling one lie after the other. He kept saying that our army was not involved. When there were 7 battalions were involved, we gave them proof. Our DGMO gave proof to his DGMO, including identity cards, other documents. Despite that, he kept denying. Now, since his own people are coming out with the truth, he can no longer deny it. Now he is trying to divert attention by saying it was a military success, it was a fault. So it was a disaster for Pakistan. It was a very badly planned operation. The only thing he went wrong, can I say one more thing?
Yes.
He did not anticipate strong reaction from India. He thought we will make a lot of noise in the media and in the international community, but we'll do nothing else.
Right.
Because they are a nuclear. I think that bluff was called.
Okay, Lieutenant General Kadian, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective.